situations where you will definitely lack money. It's guaranteed that you will have or experience lack of money. There are 7. Number 1, when you reject money consciously or unconsciously, you are destined to enjoy lack of money. It's not enjoy, it's suffering, but you will experience that. Number 2, lack of gratitude. An ungrateful heart cannot have more. You cannot have money if you are ungrateful. All greedy people, rich people, are grateful. They don't say it because they don't want to show that they are weak, but they are grateful. In heart, they are grateful. Number 3, when you imprison it, another word is hoarding. When you are hoarding money, when you are hoarding stuff, accumulating stuff with no proper use. Number 4, that's a shocking for a lot of you. When you constantly take free stuff, free courses, free services, free dinner, lunch, free money from here and there, free, someone is doing your bed, cleaning your house, whatever, it's all for free. If anyone is doing constantly something for free for you, and you're constantly taking it, you are destined to experience lack of money. I'll explain this one a little bit later. Number 5, when you bargain, I'm aware bargain is a culture, meaning you are nickeling and diming the person that you are in transaction with. When I was starting out my business as a small business owner, you want to save every penny. So I had a lot of printing to do and whatnot. I didn't go print with a big printing company or a big printing factory or something. No, I went to my local store because I know if I contributed to their well-being, my well-being will be enhanced, even if it's a little bit more expensive, even if it's not a good deal. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to support local businesses? Are you willing to support your friend, Uncle Joe, whoever else is starting something? Will you contribute to them? I do. So this is something I wanted to touch base on. Number 6, when you owe others, when you are in debt, either material things or value or money. What does value mean? It's in the realm of sentiment. You owe them gratitude, you owe them acknowledgement, you owe them so many other things. We discussed this in detail in the consciousness cleanse. And number 7, all of us, we are guilty of when you lack or step on one of your own values in any area of your life for the sake of pleasing somebody else. I want to please my husband. I want to please my kids. I want to please the government. I want to please social media, whatever is the story. You are stepping on one of your core values in respecting someone else's. Money is like a fine, high-class lady. If you're not respecting yourself, why she should respect you? Common sense, right? So let's talk about you taking free stuff. If you are doing that, you want to pay attention to it. When you take free stuff, you are acknowledging that you don't have, and you are acknowledging that you need. But Fatima, there is this coach and the industry is doing free thing. I'm personally against free. I started to do a little bit here and there. If you are taking free from anyone, give back in one way or another. Let's say you are taking free advice. Someone came, help you to cook your meal. Someone came, give you advice in your business, whatever. You acknowledge that you received something free. You are consciously aware of it. Give back some way, shape, or form. They contributed to your well-being. They enhance your experience. Give them back the same. Exchange is not always money. You want to be mindful of that. It is good. It puts you at ease when it's money, right? But if it's not, then you want to cultivate this relationship. Energetically, you don't want to be owing anyone anything as much as you can. You don't want to build karma around you whatsoever. Why that is important? Because when you're expanding and scaling, you don't want to be having big hits because of a stupid $5 that you could have tipped someone and you didn't, right? Or because someone did massive favor to you and you didn't pay that favor back. Whatever is the story. Every case is different. You will know it in your heart. Negotiation is you and I, we are coming into terms. Either we come into terms or we don't. Bargaining is I won, you lose, you go to hell. Doesn't matter. I win. I walk away with the biggest value. It doesn't matter if it costs you your life, if you will starve tonight, it doesn't. Some people are like that. And sometimes, the terms of the agreement is clear, but we try to squeeze something else out of it. And it is conditioning. If you are aware of it, you stop, this is good. If you are not, you never know, because people will not tell you that you hurt their feeling or they are at an impact because of what you have done. For me and my husband, my brothers, my father, they view me as stupid. I think I'm blessed. When someone is telling me the price, I pay the price. I pay the price, whatever is the price. To me, money is like water. Would you bargain on water? Money is not scarce for me. So I don't mind. I don't care. But for some, it's a big deal. So you want to watch that. Okay, Fatima, I get it. I should give money, not reject it. Okay. Occasions, Please write this down. Occasions in which you should give money. Only two occasions you have to give money. There is this concept in Islam, in my religion, that we call it rida. Rida means satisfaction. The other person, they have to be satisfied in their heart. And there is a saying by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said that if you took anything based on courtesy, because they are courteous to you, they give it to you, that's haram. Haram means that's forbidden. That's bad karma. So I always, whenever, even in negotiation, and I negotiate big deals, whenever I'm with clients, I always check in. Are you satisfied? Are you happy? Your heart, is it at ease? If you are not happy, don't sign, don't do it. Until I am confident that it is satisfactory to them, I will never sign the deal. And I negotiate big time, but I make sure that it's a win-win for everyone. Okay. Occasions in which you should give money. Two only. Number one, when you want something, you should give money in form of money value, gifts, services that has monetary value. Number two, when you receive something. So you are giving all the time, isn't it? When you want something, you give. When you receive something, you give. This is how you ensure you will never run out of money. You don't give because you want to receive. No. If you have this mindset, you give because it's trading, give I gave you or give I receive, you will not experience this. You want to give because you want to practice an act of giving. That's generosity. This is an identity. This is a different identity. This is a higher level vibration. This is a very much lower level vibration. Okay. So you're not giving in order to receive. This is not what you're doing. You are giving as a generosity, as an act of giving. That has an identity. That has a different identity. Okay. Write this rule in a box. Keep it somewhere that you can always reflect on it. Right thinking, it's a formula. Right thinking plus right giving equals you never having money problems. Where is the strategy? Your giving, your act of giving is your best strategy. Where is your marketing campaign? Your act of giving is your marketing campaign. All you need is the right thinking and the right act of giving. You never, ever will have money problems. Okay, question. Should you give money to a beggar in the street? Someone in need? Should you give them money? You should never give money to a beggar. Write it down. You will never prosper. You will always have money leaking problems. If you sponsor someone, if you give money to a beggar or sponsor someone who is not worthy of receiving money. Oh, Fatima, that's judgment. The beggar has potential exactly as you do. They can go to work. They choose not to work. They choose to they choose to feed on you, and you are allowing it. You are contributing to that phenomenon. The beggar is only a metaphor. That could be your husband. Okay, wake up call. That could be your parents. That could be your children. That could be your boss who's taking advantage of your work. That could be your sister, your brother, someone you're sponsoring, a family member, your aunt, whoever. Your money is your money. Your money should serve you first. You get this conversation? Okay, let me expand on it energetically. Anything, please write it down. Anything you give your substance to, in this case, your substance is money. Anything you give your substance to, you establish a very strong connection with. You give your body to someone, you establish that kind of connection. You give your feelings to someone, you establish that kind of connection. You give your money to someone, you establish that kind of connection. Energetically, what happens? You enter into their energetic field. That's a disaster, my friend, because you are a higher level vibration. You are entering voluntarily into a lower level vibration. And then you wonder, why am I such a good person? And then I'm struggling. What you want to do, on the contrary, you want to buy a gift and send it to someone that you admire. You want to establish a relationship with people that you want to be like them. You want to build a relationship and sustain and cultivate a relationship that will add to your own well-being. It will enhance the quality of your life in a form, whatever that form is. Gift is not always monetary. Just remove that aspect of it. Energetically, what are you exchanging substance with? You guys get this conversation? My daughter, she works for her money. I can sponsor her easily. I have to, but I'm teaching her a lesson. When she comes to bargain, I'll charge X amount of money for washing dishes. I say, no, my house, my rules. You are washing it for free. She bargains. She still come back and negotiates. She wants something, which is good. This is what I'm building in her. I'm not letting her accept my forceful kind of approach to it. Your house, your rule, I'm not washing. What are you going to do? and we enter into that conversation. You guys get that? You never sponsor someone in a lower frequency than yourself. If you are doing that, there must be an exchange, some form of exchange. They exchange their effort, they exchange their loyalty, they exchange something. No such thing as a free lunch or free dinner. Nothing is for free. Is this clear? Can we leave questions toward the end? So write it down somewhere and then come back and ask me. Let me go through what I have for today. Let's talk about spending money. What do you think when you spend money? What do you think when you spend money? My husband hates it. You know, hate, a strong word, a strong relationship. He hates it. How do you feel when you spend money? What do you think of it? Yeah, for me, although it's against the investment rules, I need to see money cash in the bank account. I have to see the number in. This is wrong. Having money sitting on your desk or having money just doing nothing is wrong investment-wise, right? No wise investor will do this. They are always making the money work for them. I like the feeling of touching this, being around it, right? So this is psychologically, it's feeding me, but against all investment rules. For you, spending money, what does it mean? You like it, you hate it, stresses you, all of it. You wanna understand that. The word spending means to exhaust. This is the actual meaning of the word. To spend is to exhaust, to wear out, to eliminate, to disappear. You agreeing to it, you don't agree to it, your subconscious mind, this is the language that it understands. Spending means to disappear. It's great. You are building a healthy relationship with it, but let's first understand how you work. Your subconscious mind, spend means exhaust. Spend, I'm left with less. This is what it means. So another way to look at it, spending means to get rid of. So when I'm spending money, I'm getting rid of the money, right? When my private consultation, a lot of people come and say, Fatima, it's like money is like fire in my hand. I cannot keep it. I have to get rid of it. This is what it means that they are spending so much money, right? So to spend is to exhaust, to get rid of, that you're left with less. Okay, what are some of the other positive meanings that the word spending has? To spend, it means to pay out. That's a beautiful word. When Stripe is giving you money, your payout, okay? To spend means to sponsor. So if you have an orphan that you're sponsoring, you're spending on them. That's a beautiful way to spend money. To spend means to give away. You know, like the bride, the father or the mother or the uncle is giving her away. It's the same thing. To spend means to pay for. One has a negative connotation to it. One has empowering connotation to it. When you say I spend, you take care of. I take care of. You know, when you go into a restaurant and you have Uncle Joe and he's so rich and the bill comes, few thousand, and I got it, right? I take care of it like that. They take care of. To spend means to manage. To spend means to enrich. To spend means to enhance. And to spend means to circulate the good. You are keeping it in circulation. Flow? Yeah, also flow. Which one of these associations you associate yourself with? Be honest. When I first started to examine my relationship with money, it was all in the realm of negative. Trust me, I had to work my way to the positive. Who can spend? Who can spend? Who's capable of spending? Who has it? Thank you. Someone who has it. If you didn't have money in the first place, you couldn't possibly spend. Oh, but it's not my money. It's my father's money. It's your money, man. You are the one who's spending it. It's my husband's money. It's my wife's money. You are the one who's spending it. It's yours. Do you guys get this? It's the government money, whoever's money. You are spending it, it's yours. You have it, you can spend it. Can you spend money that you don't have? Credit card debts, this is a different story, but logically, can you spend something you don't have? Almost difficult, right? Okay. The common generational meaning of spending is depleting our resources. This is a key phrase you want to examine as you're journaling, as you're reflecting in your meditation, because it's generational. It's not only yours, it came to you. You inherited this. So spending money means depleting your resources. Spending in general, let's say you have 100 ounces of rice and you shared half with your neighbor, you are now depleted your resources of rice. You are left with less. So if you are left with less, and this is the thinking that you have, this is a linear thinking. Linear thinking means you are going from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. You exhaust your life to go through these steps. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 - 1 equals 0. Linear thinking is a component of the three-dimensional reality, the 3D world that we live in. The nonlinear thinking, the multidimensional, which I like you to consider, the exponential way of thinking, which is a 4D component, says that when you spend, it multiplies. It doesn't make any sense, but this is how it is. When you spend, it multiplies. I will repeat, if you are thinking linear and you are coming from three-dimensional reality, when you spend, you deplete it. You are left with less. This is generational. It has been passing on to you. It's engraved in your DNA in a sense. But the four-dimensional thinking says that it is multidimensional, it is exponential. Therefore, when you spend, it multiplies. To how many factors depends on what you're spending and situation, your energy, so many other things. The moment you spend, it multiplies. So therefore, the use of money never depletes you. The word use is intentional in here. What does it do to you? It always enriches you. This is not an invitation for you to go spend money on a Louis Vuitton bag or, I don't know, crazy something that, oh, my money will multiply. Good luck, okay? Then you are left with a credit card debt that you have to pay. This is not what it means. You have to start adjusting your thinking first before you go into anything. You're buying anything to have a false gratification or a false feeling will not change your conditioning. You examining your own thinking and start contemplating on this idea and money come to me kind of thing, you start saying you have a chance. We don't want this to be theory. We want this to be practical. Every time, and this is part of your homework also inside the sheet, when you come to spend, what's happening? What's happening within you? Are you left with less? Or are you viewing this as a four-dimensional thinking which says, I spend, it multiplies. Even if it's a cup of coffee, even if you are paying rent, filling your gas tank, doing whatever, yes. This time I'm spending with you, although you paid for it, it's my investment. It should multiply. It's my spending. I'm spending knowledge, I'm spending time, I'm exchanging energy. It must multiply. When this becomes your platform, this is your foundation, this is your point of attraction. This is basic law of attraction conversation. Okay. So consider when you spend, it's a tool. It's not an obligation. It's not you have to. It's not that it's more a morality thing. It's a tool. This tool is supposed to enrich your experience, leave you with more, not leave you with less. So again, the formula is the right thinking with the right giving, you will never have money problems. You spending on a Louis Vuitton bag, on a Rolex watch, or whatever other crazy thing, this is not the time for it. You want to experiment with little things, smaller things. So the worst thing you could do to yourself when you are spending money is that you are thinking with your head in your hand, or with your hand in your head. What does that mean? How much is left in your hand? You're not thinking from your brain, you're thinking from your wallet. And this is what we have been trained to do. Example, you go shop for a dress or a shirt. First thing you check is the tag. And then you decide if you're gonna like the dress or the shoe or not. You're not buying it because you're liking it. You're buying it because you like the price of it. You're not even considering the quality, nothing. If it's cheap, you are taking it. If it fits, you are taking it. True or true? By the way, only 4% of people who are buying like that. But that 4% is the majority. Back to the underwear conversation. You would not buy it because it's cost $1,000. You never ask what color, what shape, what this, texture, fabric, who made it. You are rejecting the idea based on the price tag. You are doing the same with your lifestyle. You are doing the same with your goals. Please pull this conversation toward you. If you cannot afford your goal, you're not going there because you are thinking with your wallet. Your hand is in your head. You're not thinking straight with your head. Is this resonating? Then who's controlling your life, who's making decisions for you is not you, is your money. Who's the master? I never thought of something if I could afford it. Not recently anyways. I think first, do I want this? Do I enjoy this? Do I really want this? And then go figure out if I can afford it or not. But first I filter through myself. Do I want this? Do I like this? Do I enjoy having this? This is what iPhone 10, I swear. The cover have not been changed since I got the phone. Long time ago. I don't need a new iPhone 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I can afford, I can buy it. It has no use for me. Do you guys see how we think? Versus I must have the latest one. This is vitally important to understand that spending is a key element in attraction. Without spending, there's no attraction. You want customers? Spend. You want husband, wife? Spend. You want money? Spend. You want love? Spend. You want success? Spend. The nature of the thing that you want to spend the same nature of it. You want to speak the same language. You want to exchange the same spiritual currency of it. When you understand that prosperity is what you have when money is spent, this is everything to be known about money and prosperity. Prosperity is what you have, is what you're left with after you have done your spending. This goes against all conditioning that we have. Try it, test it. So you want to examine for yourself which definition when it comes to spending empowers you. Spending as you got rid of, or you are left with less than, or you are sponsoring, for example, right? So you want to examine these two for yourself. So when I say exchange or sponsorship, this is what I mean. For example, you paid money for this course, right? So sponsoring or exchange happens in twofold. You paid to be here, right? Isn't it? Anyone is here for free? I don't think so. Okay, everyone paid to be here. So you paid. That was an exchange of money, isn't it? So you exchange money for value, for education, for transformation, for whatever you call it. Money for information. You paid for information. This is one level of exchange that has happened. There's another level of exchange that has happened that you want to pay attention to that. This is more important than level one. Level two of exchange happened that you are contributing to my prosperity. Please consider that. I am richer financially because you paid me more money, isn't it? You want to pay attention to that. So when you pay for a cup of coffee, when you pay for a shirt, a dress, when you pay for a parking lot, when you pay for a service, for a massage, when you donate, when you exchange, when you act in generosity by giving, this is what you're doing. There is an immediate exchange that is happening, transactional, that is there. The other level that you want to pay attention to is your contribution. And that is huge. That is massive. I cannot emphasize it enough. So you paid whatever you paid to be here. Yes, money for information, that is there. But also you contributed in my prosperity, in my well-being. Why this is important? You exchanged money for value. That happened. When you exchange from this level, not level one, from level two, meaning you are aware that you are a contribution. Your money is going for a contribution. Number one, it raises your vibration. Examine it. When you paid money, you never thought of it. Okay, money for course. Okay, great. Now that I'm telling you, you paid money, you are making me richer by the money that you paid me. How do you feel? It raises your vibration. Number two, it raises your self-worth. This is what you need for your attraction to work. Number two, it raises your self-worth. This is the trap where most people are falling into because they cannot attract money. Their self-worth is so low. Number three, it opens up your channels to receive. All of that, Fatima, yes. You just need to pay attention to it. Number four, creates good karma in your energetic field. You have a credit on other people's field. Number five, it expands your consciousness. You are going from linear thinking to multidimensional thinking. Number six, and that's very, very important, you have graduated from the consciousness of lack, I don't have, poor me, to the consciousness of someone who has. Is this clear? This is extremely important. I'll repeat them all. Number one, it raises your vibration. Number two, it increases your self-worth. If it's minus 20, your self-worth, it will go to minus 19. That's a bonus. That's a win. And then the rest in the identity work that we will do. Number three, opens up your channels to receive. Number four, creates good karma in your field. Number five, it expands your consciousness. You move from linear thinking to exponential thinking. Number six, you move out of consciousness of lack, not have, or the poor, to the consciousness of someone who has. Yes, my friend Salwa, yes. When you are giving even $1 as a donation, right? This is what you're doing. If you are aware of it, only if you are aware of it, you are entering into that field. If you're not aware of it, good luck. The key word here is that you're aware of second level. If you're not aware, then what's the point? People spend millions of dollars and they are not aware of anything. Your intention is everything. Your awareness is everything. Okay, when you spend money, please write this down. When you spend money, you are giving your lady away, right? This lady, one of the ladies that you are with, as a Don Juan. When you are spending money, you are giving this lady away. It is extremely important that you are aware of these 4 points. Meaning, Fatima, when next time you are going to spend money on a Louis Vuitton bag or a Gucci or any other brands that you like, you want to ask yourself 4 main questions. Number 1, what are you spending on? What are you spending on? Oh, I'm spending on, I want to feel rich by wearing this $1,000 scarf. Okay, what are you spending on? I'm spending on a scarf. Okay, that's the answer. What are you spending on? The actual thing? A scarf. What are you spending on? A course. What you are spending on? Cup of coffee. The actual thing that you're buying. What is that? What are you spending on? The thing that you're spending on. Number 2, why are you spending? Why are you spending? So you want to find your answer. Number 3, what's the purpose? What purpose would it serve? Here you can say, I will feel good. I will feel better. I will do this. I will feel I contributed. I will feel I helped my brother, my sister, my mother, my whoever. I would feel that I did something good for the world. Number 3, the answer for it will be probably in the realm of feeling. Number 4, when can you expect a return, if any, and if applicable? When can you expect a return, if any, and if applicable? When Fatima invests, she's expecting right away. I have zero patience for my investment to come back later. The sooner is better. Spending on like commodity, of course, that's different. But let's say I'm investing in something as an investment, like a property, some shares, and in myself, I expect immediate return. This is how it's supposed to be. If energy is in circulation, why would it miss you? Isn't it? You give, it's in circulation. Give, receive, give, receive. Why would you wait for the circulation to hit you? They have trained us, you invest 30, 40 years of your life, and then I'll give you a watch after your service working for 30, 40 years for an organization. You work this month, you earn this month. You work today, you earn today. You are spending today. Why shouldn't you earn today? You guys see the difference between where you are? And this is making you uncomfortable, I'm aware. So when you come to make an investment, you filter through these things. Does that mean that you never should buy luxury items? Or no, man. Buy. If that makes you happy, buy. I buy things for myself as a bonus, like as a reward gift for hitting a milestone, for doing something good, for achieving a target. I don't spoil myself in that sense. What do I spoil myself on? I go for, I do my nails, I go for a massage, I go for a facial, I spend on those things. I buy a gift for a friend, but right away to the mall and for shopping, I filter through these 4 questions. There isn't a dollar that gets out of my wallet before me thinking, before me setting an intention. There isn't a conversation I enter without me setting an intention, even if it's replying to a text message. Have you ever noticed I don't reply to emails? I don't. I read them. I'm very grateful to them, but I'm not energetically in alignment to reply, so I don't. It takes a lot of my time. Okay, what about budgeting, Fatima? Do I need to budget? That conversation is completely different. Right now, what you need to focus on next time you're about to spend your money, you think the exchange, level 1, and then level 2. What are you doing? And then these 4 questions. Is spending only money? No, man, my friend, your time, your feelings, your expertise. There must be equal giving and receiving momentarily, not after some time. This is the thinking I have when I craft my programs, that my participants, they see results momentarily, not after they have graduated. That's why my programs are very effective. That's the thinking I have. Okay. Take a nice deep breath. Let's talk about risk. Or you are tired? Okay, let's talk about the idea of risk. What do you think of it? What do you think of risk? Opportunity, fear, that's correct. What else? Necessary, what else? Opportunity and rewards. I'm a risk taker, but I take calculated risk. People take foolish risk. I truly take calculated risk. Why would someone who has it all, and I want you to start thinking of someone in that nature, who has it all, they risk everything for something that they don't need, or something that they want more of. Example, Elon Musk. He has everything anyone could possibly want, yet he's risking everything to get something else or more. Why do you think? They know they will make it back. Growth. By the way, he went bankrupt several times, right? Donald Trump, the same. In billions, he went bankrupt. So it's not true that they could make it back all the time. Achievement, that's the word, because of achievement. That's the main drive. Write this down. Wealth creation is 100% associated with risk. Cannot be any other way. Someone who's not willing or able to take risk cannot accumulate wealth. To make money that you don't have and probably you don't necessarily need, but you want. Let's say right now you have $100,000, you want to earn $1 million. You don't have $1 million and you don't necessarily need $1 million. Your lifestyle is fine with 100,000, but you want the $1 million. You must risk something that you have and actually need. That's the key to the kingdom when it comes to wealth creation. In order for you to have something that you currently don't have, but you don't need, but you want. Something you want, you don't have, you don't need it, but you want it, okay? You must risk something that you already have and you actually need. That's the exchange. Another example is marriages, right? Marriage, entering into a committed relationship. You are giving away partially your freedom. You are accepting someone next to you who's snoring, who's, I don't know what else. Let's keep it at that, right? In exchange for what? You don't necessarily need a husband or a wife, but you want. Who wants the headache of children? You don't necessarily need that, but you want. That's your motive. That's your drive. If you translated that into monetary terms, definitely you will become wealthy. Who will see you? They will call you insane. That's a definition of insanity. Rightfully so. No wise person is rich, okay? All the wise people are poor. They are teaching in universities, tutoring young kids and whatnot. All crazy people are rich. True or true? Okay. The 1% wealthy people, they know that this is the golden sweet spot to make a fortune. Risk-taking, exchanging something they need right now and they have right now in exchange for something they don't have, they don't need, but they want. This is the golden sweet spot. They go for that. They hunt for that. And all rich people, this is how they started, without exception, without exception. I want to say this, please take it with grace, right? I'm not criticizing or anything. It's a big slap on so many faces. So take it well from me. I'm your sister or your friend or your daughter, whatever you want to call me. I probably am the oldest in here. I'm not so sure. Anyways, this is a financial skill that the poor and middle class will never have. Risk-taking, exchanging something you have and you need for something that you don't have, you don't need, but you want. This is a financial skill that the poor and middle class will never have and will never acquire. Please pay attention. When I started to expand my risk-taking, this is where I was going. And I'm a big risk taker, big one. Fatima, how do I expand my risk taking? When you drive, go through a different route, not the usual one, you know? If you shop from a specific store, go shop from a different store. Try some other food newly that you never really tried before. Go the extra mile with yourself. Take risk, smaller ones. That will lead you to this skill. Okay, disclaimer, this is not an invitation that you go crazy and you go invest all your money into an investment that you think it will pay off. Okay, you are not ready psychologically, you are not ready for that yet. Earn first. Money comes to you first. Okay, we're not going to invest, no, we're not going to spend, no shopping, none of that is required. Dress differently. If you never wear a red lipstick, put one, right? If you never walk, for ladies, walk in heels, walk in heels. Whatever is different, cut your hair, whatever is sounding, looking like risk for you, do that. Oh, Fatima, I joined your class. Okay, that's already over. Take a new risk. Take something new. Okay, the degree risk is healthy, where you could minimize damages. Please pay attention to this. Where you find you will not have control over the impact, this is where you should not go. So you predict, you make an analysis of the situation. You go to a store, you order some food, you may like it, you may not like it. The worst case scenario, you will have food poison. Can you handle that? Yes. Okay, great. You go for it. You take a new road, right? And you drive there and you get lost. Worst case scenario, you'll call the police. Someone will come and guide you. That's something you could manage, right? You go invest with John Smith. You never know, you never met, into something that you never understand. That's not something sound that you should consider doing. In fact, don't do that. When it gets to be a competition between you and someone else, this is where risk is not healthy. And trust me, it's happening inside families. People go into relationships for competition. People go into ventures, work-related because of competition. This is where it's not healthy. You must be able to be strategic and have a plan of course correction if things go wrong. So when my husband left me for over 9 months, that was a big risk, man. Moving over to Canada, I was able to handle it. I'm not saying it was easy. It was horrible, but I was able to handle it. This is where you want to go. Can I handle this? The impact of it. And then you decide based on that. Okay, things that are not worthy or worth risking at any social class, poor, rich, middle class, wealthy, none. Blue collar, no, none. Okay, things that are not worth risking at any social class or stage at any point of your life. I have 5. They are not worth risking whatsoever. You protect these with your life. Number 1, your dignity. Your dignity is not worth exchanging and risking. For government, for no one, man. For politics, no one. No one is feeding you. God is feeding you. Number 2, your independence or freedom. If you are not free, you cannot attract. Bottom line. If you are trapped mentally, emotionally, you will not attract. Number 3, your health. Your health is your wealth. Number 4, your reputation. And number 5, your true friends. And you underline true 1,000 times. And you're loyal, you underline your loyal 1,000,000 times. Loyal family member. Not all your family members are loyal to you. Many, they hate you in disguise. Many, they pray to God that you fail and you be like them. Many, they will trap you. So you are not exchanging or risking those loyal friends, true relationships that you have in your life. Loyalty is key. Anyone who's not loyal to me, they're not loyal to themselves. I cannot count on them. I don't need them in my circle. These 5 things you protect with your life. If your integrity is questioned anywhere, you walk away. You stand strong for this human that calls you. You do that, you deserve the company of the high-class fine lady, for sure. And big amount of it will come. She will come with lots of company. You're not treating yourself well in any sense, and you are wishy-washy, you will have some money, you will not enjoy true class or true wealth. And this is where you find people who are new to money, their behavior is in a certain way, and they will lose it soon. If they got lucky and they put it in sound investment, they can keep it. And people who have had money from before, or we call them the old money, completely 2 different opposites. The thinking is different. The behavior is different. All wealthy people, they protect this with their life. Investment, they can recoup everything else they can replace. This is not replaceable. So remember, being wealthy is all about lifestyle. This will determine your lifestyle. If you are spending money for ego or show off, that's a deadly trap. Some people, they do that because they want to portray like a fake image. Look at me, big shot, right? So that's horrible. That's the fastest way to bankruptcy, because what you are exchanging your money, your effort, your reputation with something that you actually don't want, which you will get, which is bankruptcy. You will lose what you have, and people know that you were fraud or you were fake or you were whatever, and you think you were able to fool them, but truth will be told, if not now, later. People are not dumb. They can see through you, and everyone else. You can see through people, isn't it? So avoid those traps, social traps that says, if you are wealthy, show me your car, show me your house, show me this thing. It will show without them showing. In fact, question those who are shown. Okay. The golden rule: unsuccessful people do the wrong things. Unsuccessful people do the wrong things. Successful people do the right things. Wealthy people, however, they own OWN, they own the right thing. This is the essence of my experience. Unsuccessful people do the wrong things. Successful people do the right things. Wealthy people they own the right thing. That breed them money. With that money, they can go buy those luxury items. Oh, Vadim, I'm so exhausted. I need a trip. Did you earn money this month? No. Why do you think you deserve a trip? Go earn your money first. And instead of going on a trip, can you go for a massage, for example? Can you go for a pedicure, for example? Could you go for a facial, for example? Why are you running away? At the end of the day, it's the same problem when you come back. Money is a tool. If you don't use it properly, it will use you the wrong way. You have to demonstrate in every step that you are the master. It cannot master you. One of the ways in which I emphasize today, I will continue to emphasize, don't sponsor or give money to people who don't deserve it or have not shown that they deserve out of charity. You are not charity, okay? You're not profit. What's the word? Non-profit organization. You are for-profit institute. You give, you should receive instantly. You go to heaven through you suffering. That's a false premise. You go to heaven through prospering.